Last time on Cattle Ranch, we sold off lumber, got some nice upgrades of equipment, and bought some new land. We also planted some wheat, and over there you can see all the hay we baled. And I've made one big decision today. We're not ending, so we have cattle. Today, it's happening. By the end of this episode, we're going to welcome our first herd to the ranch, but it's not as simple as buying cows. There's a lot to get done first. Let's get to work. The first thing you'll notice is the balance. It's at negative 710. We got hit with some fees overnight, and the water production, or not the production, but the automatic water to the greenhouses, financially it's hitting us. So we do have these wood chips here that should put us above zero again. So let's figure out exactly where we need to sell them and get some cash. And it looks like the farmer's market is the place to go for this. Probably should have brought the truck. This is quite the drive. A little silliness. Nah, they don't go here, right? No, they do. Okay. 3,700 liters. We didn't produce a lot, but it's definitely enough to get us back in the green. 2,300 bucks. I don't know if that's going to be enough to get us through to where lettuce is a good price, but we'll see. So our focus is going to be getting enough cash to be able to afford. Basically, we'll start with just a cheap meadow pasture, like an open pasture for the cattle. And we're going to do beef cattle. And then we'll work our way up to have, bigger facilities for the cattle. But this is primarily going to be a beef ranch, and we're not a dairy, so it doesn't make sense to have dairy cattle. So we're going down the beef route. Not as profitable, especially in this game, but I think it's best for what cattle ranch is supposed to be. And one thing we do have in mind is wanting to upgrade that harvester. We need to get to the point where we're selling things. Yeah, we could cut the grass. All right, let's nap. Okay, that loan interest, boy, it's hurting. It is hurting. So it's November. I think we're going to leave it negative for now, but we can't use workers if we do that. Okay, we have a plan. Straw is at a pretty good price. So the animal dealer we go. That early morning traffic here on Comland, man, lots of people moving into town. I wonder if we'll start seeing houses. I brought in 10 grand. That definitely gives us a little bit of a cushion, but let's get back. We're going to do another cut of the grass and produce some more hay. We'll probably sell a bunch of it today because we won't need all of it to start with for sure. And we got time to generate more. So let's get some cash out of what we have now. We did talk about wanting to upgrade the mower next, but I think we're probably at the point where we need to upgrade tractors first and just kind of deal with the equipment we have. We've done good with upgrading what we can already. We just got to do some grinding at this point and keep on progressing. Cruising up here because we're letting them get a head start on us on cutting the grass, and then we're going to start tedding it. But they might need quite a bit of a head start now that I remember how wide this thing is. So let's back out here. Hey, runaway bale. Let's rescue it. It's a fun find. It's taking them so long to turn around. My goodness. That's right. Okay, we're not tag teaming this. We are going to do this ourselves. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, what do you even... That's not even your course. Okay, sometimes when you want something done, you just do it yourself. And finally, all done cutting the grass. It is kind of sad that we have to do this all on our lonesome. And we can't, well, push the right buttons, but we can't tag team it with a worker. But I think the next phase we might be able to. Okay, they should be started on the tedding. I think they probably have the headland done by now that we're working our way back over here. So yeah, just finishing up the first headland, and then they'll start their ups and downs. And we will be able to just give them a tiny little head start, and we should be able to start rowing this up. And that should be more than enough of a head start. Let's go ahead and go to the far side of the field here and get rolling. Or raking. Oh, and this little spot got missed again. Don't know if we can just pull it in and it turn into hay, or if it'll be grass. I might bring the tedder over there and just do that. That's some good cash right there. All right, they're done with that. I am gonna sneak over to that other spot and ted it up because it's been 2 cycles now that it's done that. And I think it's just a waste to not make extra cash. But we'll have to come over here and row it up probably. It's gonna throw it everywhere. Yeah, we're not, yeah, that's silly. We scoot over a little bit. No, it won't matter. I'm gonna say maybe we could bring these 2 together. We still might be able to. Yeah, that's a good amount of money right there. That's smart. Okay, get the rowing done, and then we can get to baling. And after that, we'll be progressing to sell stuff. Got to get to the winter when prices are at their best. All right, done. Let's get the baler. Let's get this job done because I'm itching to see how much money we've got. We will have an expensive netting this time around, but that's no big deal. Just a tiny little cost added to production here. And we'll have to get some fertilizer put down. But honestly, I think we have months before we have to worry about that. I do want to get it out of the way so I don't forget, but I believe this is the one time where we could probably wait till March if we really wanted to, but I don't think it's completely in our best interest. All right, let's get this lowered and just cruise around for a little bit, picking up some bales. Oh, we're missing big time. There we go. Forgot the pickup width on this thing is pretty tiny. So it's almost like our swath is a little too wide here. Unless we go perfect on it, which isn't bad. We'll have to come back and get all that later. Well, let's get focused and get her done. Just so steep, so many runaway bales. It makes it hard to do the job. They get in the way, you gotta move them. The one's gonna run into this next swath that we're about to go over. Hopefully it has enough momentum to get past it, but it's awesome. We're making great progress. It's our fault for picking the steep plot to start with. I wanted to be close to the water and, you know, it's all good. It's all good. We're gonna keep expanding. We're gonna keep expanding north. I got some fun plans for this expansion. I just hope I can pull it off. We're talking like probably 6 episodes from now before it all makes sense, but we got some cool stuff coming. Just trying to get all this hay picked up before the rain hit, but it just did. Got a little bit more to do. Shouldn't get too wet. Should be okay. I think we might have enough on this pass to fill this up. If not, we'll just do a partial bale here when I turn around. Yeah, not as much as I thought. That's okay. Let's hit the one bale that wasn't moving and just get this. And I think that will do it for the baling session. It's December. It's time to make some cash here. We're going to go sell all the hay. It's going to take multiple trips, but I've decided I am going to sell it. We have time before we can produce more for when the cattle arrive. We do have a partial bale in here, so we won't know the total amount per trip, but it'll give us a good idea. Alrighty. This place is starting to feel familiar. It's 14,000. All right, let's go get more. Selling session number 2. 15,000 with a full load. All right, we're at 36. Money's going up. All right, final load, driving in. I don't think we've lost, or I think we found all the runaway bales. Sitting at 50,000 already. This should get us, you know, roughly $62,000. Then we have a ton of lettuce to sell. All right, final dollar amount of December coming in. 14,000 more, so yeah, 65,000 total. And I believe we have well over $100,000 worth of lettuce we're gonna sell soon. By the time it gets there, it's gonna be worth even more because we'll produce even more. That's the next step. Lettuce prices are actually on the decline at the moment. And we'll have to come back for those 4, but we got some cash. You know, second year here doing sales and pretty solid. You know, it still says year 2 up there, which is lovely. I love that. 47,000 liters here, another 4,000, if not a little bit more. Yeah, we got plenty of cash to make some decisions today. All right, we're here. Ran into something there. Just in the ground, I guess. Oh boy. There we go. 150. All right, we're at 208. We're gonna jump down the hill again. Land it. Stick it. And go get some more. Is this door open? Who opened that door? We're gonna sneak in one more from each of these greenhouses too, at minimum today. All right, let's see how high we can get this dollar amount. 19 more thousand, so we're at 227. We're gonna keep an eye on the used market until we actually need to buy what we need to buy. But I see no reason to keep the existing harvester at this point. Let's get it sold. Sell the header, $4,000, and the harvester, 20,000. We're now at we're at $250,000. If we're gonna go with the New Holland, this would be ideal. It is used. Let's take a look. Wanted to see the horsepower, 155 compared to 100, so that's not a huge upgrade. What's to do? Prices are still pretty good for lettuce. We're gonna get a little bit of extra cash in here to help us fund what we want to do next. So March is when it says year 3. That's interesting. 18,000. So yeah, that'll be helpful. This is what I think we're gonna land on. Let's go ahead and buy it. Yeah, and I figured that was gonna be the next gap here, was to get the header. So we need a good amount of cash. All right. We know what to do. We got a few trees in this area that I think I'm gonna cut down and get them over to that production just to fund the header. I'm gonna change the output type of planks and long planks to selling to get rid of them because we have a decent amount in here and we're just gonna focus on wood beams. All ready to May. Wow. Grass should be ready to cut, but we're gonna let it go a little bit until we need to. Really wanna prioritize getting the header and getting to the harvest. Yeah, this is a way to do it. 9,000 wood beams, $78,000 there. That should be enough to get that header we need. We did hold off on buying the header, so we're gonna be a little short, but we have more stuff to sell. Look at this. First time we've seen one from the next pack. Interesting. All right, let's get another large amount of money. And that'll do it for lumber for now. And this might give us enough runway to get a silo as well. 60 more thousands. 180 total. Let's get that header purchased and get going on our canola harvest if it's ready. Is it not ready? Oh, another month. We're gonna get to July and get to going on the harvest. Lose a little money in hay, but we're not gonna be selling hay anymore. That's gonna be going to feed. We'll go with the smallest one for now. Should be fine, 105,000. And because I'm super undecided about what we're doing next, I think the silo is just gonna go out here for now, and it's probably gonna be temporary. It's gonna be temporary and the cheapest one that we really can find here. I think we'll go like this direction with it. Again, bear with me. We'll get a better location for all this stuff eventually. We're just trying to get by at this point. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Lower it like that. Super close to the field. We'll get it all figured out eventually though, guys. Got a little easier to drive to. Okay, kind of cheesy, but it'll be all right. Of course, there's some rain to start our July harvest day. The wheels on this thing, yeah, huge upgrade. We needed it. Could be set with this thing for a while. John Deere S760 in cab. Oh, I can't really see. I'm looking straight at the roof. Looks like double harvest today. Is that true? Are they both ready? Yeah, everything's ready. Time to get busy. Now I'm hoping this is enough power to where the slope doesn't matter anymore. We might have to go with something with tracks for tires or for wheels, however you say that, with tracks instead of wheels. But this extra width, is the pipe big enough? Yeah, we're good. We have a tiny little grain cart, so that might be something that we end up upgrading here soon as well. But here we go. Don't believe we can do any straw on this crop type. Nope. So it'll just be harvesting and flipping these fields. But this is beautiful. Around the headland once and starting the ups and downs here. Just about full. Seems to be a pretty good harvest. I'm not sure how canola should yield, but we do have, a pretty good yield bonus going here. So looking on the up, and we're going to hold, what is this, 7,000? And we can upgrade this a ton for its capacity as we need to financially. Let's get our tiny little grain cart. See how annoyed with it we are. And it's parked this way. Oh, okay. 80 degrees today. Summer is here. Gonna top out at 86. Yeah, that's hilarious looking. Yeah, it'll hold it all. But next time we unload, it'll definitely be full. Not bad. All right, let's bust out this harvest and then get to that wheat harvest. Now, these numbers aren't the highest. I think we'll be fine, but we got to keep that in mind. Some of these fields, now that we're getting bigger equipment, might not be big enough long term. This one has, I guess we could change the road setup. And we might do that eventually once we get more land, is reconfigure these fields to be a little more efficient. But we'll get this unloaded and go use our silo for the first time. And I really do hate the location of it. I just need more land to build the farmyard that I really want. All right, dropping off canola for the first time. What's the capacity of this thing? Only 75,000. So we'll outgrow it quick, I hope. And maybe it'll be one of those things where it just goes away when the new real farmyard comes. Not like if we move it over there. We need a bigger one long term. All right. Get back over there, get them unloaded, and finish this harvest. And finishing up the first canola harvest on Cattle Ranch 25. Beautiful. Didn't quite fill this up again, but a pretty decent result here. Loving the new equipment. It's definitely going to be good enough. I think it was a wise decision. Okay, I have auto drive set up so that we should be good. We're going to have them get to weight and then unload. I'm testing it all out now, and we're going to get this started, but we're going to have a worker help us out here, and we're going to get the baler instantly with the Ford. We're going to get out of their way so we can finish testing this, though. Oh, they're going to the silo right away. Perfect. See them turn here. All right, we're good. We're good. We're solid. All right, let's get this course set up, and then we can get the baler going. Oh, is the tag not in the right spot here? Yeah, let's pull this a little bit farther. Try it out that time. We got to get a full cycle of it to make sure it's working. They are dropping swath. Perfect. Perfect. Things are tracking. All right, time to get rolling on the baling. And this tractor's not going to be able to do it, is it? Oh, Chris, we got to swap out. We've got to swap out. Okay, we can see them dumping now, so we have that all set up correctly. So we'll go interrupt them and swap out, and it should be fine. This is how you interrupt, so. Yes, and we'll stop their job here. Take over this way. There they go. All right, we'll get some baling on the International. That thing needs unloaded soon, so we all get caught up. All right, let's get busy. Boy, the rolling bales sure does make this a little tougher. We're gonna let them completely turn around before we before we deal with that. Away we go. Come on, you got it. You got to be able to avoid things. You're better than that. I think the size of the grain cart is kind of messing up our flow here as they're heading to unload, and the harvester's already ready to be unloaded, and they're moving at a snail's pace. So I have set this to unload when it gets to 60% full, and I'm hoping that means after they unload here, it'll be at 60%, it'll go straight to the silo, and that way we can speed up this progress a lot faster. As long as it hits that, yeah, it hits 60%, so we should be good. And that gives it some time to get back in a good cadence here, a good rhythm. Once they wiggle out of the way, the harvester should be able to get back to work, and we can get back to baling. There it goes. And let's follow the Ford just to kind of see. It says it's unloading combine, waiting for room. Yeah, I don't know why. Oh, maybe that I didn't hit apply. There it goes. Exiting field now, generating path. Perfect. We'll let them get by. They're going to go to their tag over there, their waypoints, and then they're going to head to the silo. And look at this timing. They did get back in time, so start unloading them, and they're done with the harvest. Yeah, we got this down. That was pretty quick. I don't know why it does this at this point of the harvest, but we will take over and finish it. They just started backing up even though they weren't done unloading. Maybe I need to check for an update again. There it is, it's empty. Get this dropped off, then we can move the harvester out of the way, finish the baling, and harvest season is concluded. I think that's what I was going for there. And taking a look in here, used a little bit, about half the capacity. We have 20,000 liters of canola, and it looks like about 20,000 liters of wheat. Yeah, good day. Great purchase here. Burned through a lot of our cash, but seemed well worth it to me. I'm not going to pick up the odds and ends. That'll conclude baling. So I took a little bit of time to build out the borders again. You can see over here on the left, there's a skinny little field we're going to make that's going to expand to the left long term. And I'm looking at expanding what was the wheat field, pretty much the rest of that plot, and start the cattle in the triangle over here. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know if it's going to be a large enough space, but what I'm kind of thinking for expansion, let's just see. 15,000 to start. We went about right here, and we want to customize it. Ooh. Keep the fence somewhat on our border here. I don't know. We're going to run out of cash. I don't have enough money. Oh, no. Cancel. Yeah. That just ate all my money. That just ate all my cash for that. Why would it do that? And then I accidentally saved it. Gonna restore save, and we're gonna try again. I do want to get this going in July. I think what we're gonna do is just sell the lettuce. The prices aren't great, but I want to progress. I think this plan is wise. So we're gonna sell all the lettuce at this one greenhouse and see if that's enough. I mean, we have a lot. I think I'll go with just that. 11,000 of these. That should bring in, let's see what prices are right now, because I want about 20,000 more. Yeah, that'll be plenty, because this will give me around 30,000. Let's do it. Let's be careful. Let's get about 5 more. And there's our money, 44,000 here, so we're sitting at 96. That should be plenty to get that built. And what I think we're gonna do is we're gonna get it built, and then the meadow will get created overnight. And in August, we can work on cutting some grass to make some hay so we have some feed for cattle, and then we can buy them. All right, let's see if we have enough this time. And this will be just the starter. We talked about that earlier on. We do have a water tank, so we'll have to get some water over here. But yes, we want to customize, and let's go ahead and hit to here. So we have 55 left still. Yeah, that'll do. And we plant the meadow. Let's head over there and take a look. Yeah, I think this will be great to start with. Terrain's a little terrible. I don't know if I can move this like other things to fix that. We can. Okay, well, it just moves that. Interesting. Yeah, save that. Let's give this a shot. Fences sticking up in the air, and there's nothing we can really do about that. I guess I should have flatten this out first. But this should do it. Oops, no. I want to move. Grab that. I think that'll do it. We gotta fix that a little bit. Let's go about right there. Got a hanging fence, but we'll be fine with that. Like I said, this will be temporary. Once we grow a little bit, we can get a better facility. And yeah, so Meadow says 0, I believe overnight. Tomorrow that will get populated. And then we can fill this up with water. And it looks like it will hold 89, which isn't a bad start. Okay. I think there's no reason right now not to cut the grass. We still have daylight. Let's get the time rolling though, now that I'm done with all my prepping I was doing. Yeah, let's head in and get the mower, get that rolling. I guess July does have a good amount of daylight, so maybe we can get this whole process done in July. And away we go. I think it's time to start the upgrade. Let's do it. And that thing's gonna go on the back because we don't have the ability to put it on the front, but that'll be fine. Let's get this original mower sold. Bring back a little bit of cash, $4,000. All right, let's go pick up our new toy, and then we'll get this done a lot quicker. Tractor upgrade coming next, I think. I mean, will that one work on the back? Maybe we made a mistake. Maybe we just wanted this, but we'll try it out. It was financially responsible. Oh, this is gonna be fun to drive by once we have cattle. We'll have to see, like, I don't know if you can change the fences. I haven't figured out a way to do that, like customize it later on, which would be lovely. I should have rounded this fence a little bit, but gotta bear with us. The first couple of years, a lot of this stuff's temporary. We're gonna do a major redesign, just like we did with the first cattle ranch. Once we have enough land to get the layout that I'm looking for. Man, is this a mistake? Like, is this one that you have to push it forward for it to cut? And is it even wider? I think it's a little bit wider. Oh yeah, this is gonna be sweet. It's gonna be sweet. I don't like the triangle, but you know, like I said, beating the dead horse again. We'll get it better. We'll make it better. It's gonna be amazing. Now, I don't believe TMR is required. I don't think their health will improve, or their size, or their value. I think they'll be at 100% health is what we've learned. So there is no reason to buy a wrapper. All right, let's see. Hopefully, it seems a little wobbly. Seems a little wobbly. But it turns on, and it doesn't cut. Okay, now we know. If I go this way, it will cut. Okay, well, the more you know. The more you know. We are gonna take a loss on that. We'll sell it. A little bit of a loss, 39,000. I think we gotta go with this one. And we should, yeah, I was gonna say, we should have plenty of power for this. Okay, I feel much better. We don't need a swath because we're doing hay anyways. And this width seems like about double. Yeah, I'm happy. Now, it makes me wonder also if this is something that a worker is going to be able to handle easier with this mower than the other one, but that it's still a side mower. It seemed to be what it was struggling with. I don't know, but this seemed a lot quicker. The extra width did help. Still not the ideal setup long term. We're getting there, baby steps. All right, all set with that. We're going to get the forge set up on the windrower again. And we'll do the raking and baling. And just like a couple months ago, we're gonna let them get a head start. I don't know why they had to do like a 6-point turn to turn around, but this worker's just stealing my money at this point. Stealing the cash. There they go. We got the speed override going on them now, so they should be able to go down this hill pretty quick. And that'll allow them to really give us a good head start here. I don't think we're in the way for the way they're turning around. I'm wondering if the settings just need to be changed for allowing them to turn around not in the field, and then they can just do a loop. Let me look at that. Not 100% sure on this version of Horseplay. You can see how the whole time I was in the menu right now, they were turning around. We're gonna let them do one more up and down, and then we will get started. We'll figure it all out. It's all good. We got time. Gonna back up all the way here. All right, these crashes are getting old. Getting old. All right, the game crashed on me. I think I got us caught up and did it a different route. I ended up having them mow, and then I did the tedding, and now you can see they're starting the windrowing, and I'm gonna get to baling right away. That's how we react. So we react to crashes. We just, you know, persevere. And every like 45 seconds, I've been closing the game and hitting, you know, doing this and that. You know, that's what we do. Well, let's see if we can get through this. Get the much needed hay for our new cattle that we're about to buy in August here. And we're gonna have to go a little slower to keep up here. We'll shut off speed override. And man, this thing's filling up a little slow. There we go. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit here. Runaway bales. Maybe I'll go make myself a drink or snack or something and come back. I think we're finally starting to see some darkness here as we're really close to being done with the baling process. Looks like they're redoing their last row apparently. Nice. Plenty of food for the new 2B cattle. You see plenty of bales around. It's gonna last a long time because we're not gonna buy a ton of cattle. But let's go ahead and hop out. Caught me flying. It's gonna go ahead and hop out here and move this tractor out of the way so we can finish baling. And then we're gonna make it August. Oh, we gotta spray this for... We gotta spray it for fertilizer, or with fertilizer, or spread fertilizer here. So I'm getting excited about getting those cows. We gotta be patient though. We're all set. Super awesome. This is where we need to be. Well, we need to get a little more organized here and make sure we have enough room, or if we need to expand the farmyard at this point. Well, we did make the most of July, and we're in August now. We have a nice rainy morning here. But it looks like we're gonna have a 92-degree day. Got the fertilizer done on the grass. These other two fields, they're just gonna sit for now. Need to really decide what I want to do with them, but we do know something that we want to do. Yeah, it might be making this bigger here, but we got to get some cattle. It's time. It's time. So what I want to do is drop this off. We need to get some water first. We're going to try to completely prepare for getting some cattle. We want to get some grass over there. I don't know, or some hay and some water, but I don't know if it's going to let us before we have them there. I can't remember if you can populate it with food before you have animals. We'll try. I feel like that's the right way. You know, it's the day we know they're going to be delivered. We're excited. We're coming down here to make sure we can get some water for them the second they show up, so they feel welcomed in their new home. That's the way I'm looking at it. Just drive in here just a little bit and back her on in. And, you know, in due time, we might get a well installed up there so we can make it a little easier on us. And we might need a bigger tanker eventually, because 2,000 at a time is just not going to cut it long term. With all this terrain change here and elevation, the next focus is going to be on more powerful equipment. I feel like we could move even faster on this series if we had some equipment that could just handle things a lot better. So these straw bales are going to be pretty much pointless for us outside of making money, because we're not going to be making any manure anytime soon. So we'll probably just sell those when prices are at their best. Yeah, this is way too far of a drive for 2,000 liters at a time. So, you know, just making mental lists of the things we want to improve and purchase. And you can see we do have the bales waiting over here, so that's why we're using the Ford, so we can move those bales into the feeding section or compartment there. And this should have been smoothed out pretty good. Yeah, all right, I dig it. Yep, it looks like it will let us pre-populate it with water. And it should show, yeah, almost 40,000 meadow if we get closer here. Yeah, 39,520. So that'll be good, but I haven't really 100% figured out exactly how that works yet in this game. Is it a certain time of year where they graze, or do they graze year-round until the food's gone? Yeah. I should slow down and figure all that out at some point. And we do have pallet forks, but Or we do have bale spikes, I should say. But you know, these are already on here and they work just fine. So it should, if we remember correctly from Riverbend Springs, it'll take this whole bale and then we should be able to put a partial one in there as well. You know, unfortunately, we can't upgrade how much hay it holds. Is it not even going to take the whole thing? Oh, it's just really slowly doing it. Oh, we can hold 11,000. That's not terrible. I just wish that was a little more dynamic with the size of the field. Like if we can hold 30,000 or 40,000 meadow, I wish we could also hold about 40,000 hay, and that's a runaway bale. Let's go get it. All right, patience, patience, and go. Got it. So it does look like we'll be able to put another one in there as well. Get us a good start for getting these cattle delivered, and we only have $19,000, so that'll, you know, dictate how many we're able to buy. And we are going to go with Angus. Let's get one more bale, and we'll start cutting grass and making hay as we need it. Again, we're not going to use that as a revenue stream anymore. That one just finally disappeared. Perfect timing. And this one should just partially get emptied in there for now. Let's go ahead and hop out and take a look at that. Yep. So it should stop now at 11,250, and we still have, you know, 2,000 left in this bale. So pretty good. Let's see our options here. And eventually we'll get the equipment to move these around, but not yet. Let's go ahead and find our Angus here. And I think I do want to, let's grab a couple of these. We'll do 2 of the 18 months to start with. And I think we'll do, let's see, about 10 grand worth of the 6-month-olds. And I think that'll be a good start. We now have 12 cattle here. 12 Angus cattle. New livestock. Beautiful. Young enough to still be playful. And then we have the ones that are old enough to reproduce soon. There we are right here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. 2 of the 18 months. So they should be reproducing, I guess. I didn't see like male or female. Like, how did we do that part? Does it even tell us? I don't think it does. I think they're all just asexual at this point. Alrighty. That's where we're gonna end today. Gives us a nice start to year 3. We're officially through 2 years and 57 minutes. Man, I'm loving Cattle Ranch. Big plans, lots of expansion soon, a lot of bigger fields, bigger equipment coming our way, a lot more cattle, multiple facilities with cattle. Let's get up here and get a view over there. Yeah, come a long ways in just a handful of episodes. Thanks for hanging out on this episode of Cattle Ranch. I'm SocksWayUp. I'll catch you on the next one.